All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Brooklyn Barons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. On first down, it's Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that's complete to Jesse James. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on the 9. Watch 8-9, watch 8-9, he's yours.
From the 50, it's gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Samson Abuka gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
And it's 3rd down.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13.
20.
Third and long. It's gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Stafford. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? They sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
His throw incomplete. David Long, the rookie from West Virginia, there defensively.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Stafford caught by Jones. 20. Marvin Jones. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Lift the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
180. First and 10.
Let's go, dude. Let's go.
Shell.
Gurley again here on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
All day, every day, any day.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Get him, boys. Get him, boys.
At the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
58 to Mike, 58.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Ready. 250. Right there. Rebut. SOS.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run it with Johnson. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 44, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Stafford on first down. This is Miller, complete. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right of the yard.
Hey, 22!
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready! Yellow 80! Yellow 80!
Watch the pass.
40 got!
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Carry on Johnson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown
Already
there.
looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Here's Stafford. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. The final shot before break here. Goff. He's letting it into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked by Tracy Walker. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, it's Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Gurley trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on second down. Goff, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Hey, lady!
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second and 10, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
250.
Let's go, D.
Monday. Hey, Foxtrot.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Stafford. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Here's Gurley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Another carry now for Gurley. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
There's Goff. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Back to throw, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Brandon Cooks with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
At the 33-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
59!
Stafford down to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, 22!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Detroit.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Stay 50.
Here's Johnson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
32!
On first down, it's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Emmanuel Ogbah, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. Past the 20. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have once again taken the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
To throw is gone. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 12.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford. Jones has it. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
And the Lions first down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Carry on Johnson. Corey Middleton on the tackle. A gain of 5.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. From the 25 on 2nd down, Stafford. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
59!
Now Stafford. It's complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Omaha, remove!
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Double right!
51 the mark, boy, 51.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They run. It's Gurley. He's to the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
On the keeper. It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Go. Go.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.